guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we have the newest Prime Battle LR Tien here. Let's go ahead and Rainbow LR Tien. Let's, get him Dokkan Awakened. I will begin link leveling him. This video right here will eventually become a full level 10 link video, but, I just finished off the grind a little while ago, to get all of the medals. You guys know, of course, in order to, Dokkan Awaken these Prime Battle LRs, you do have to do quite a bit of grinding. I will tell you guys this, though, this was painless. It was auto. This is the first Prime Battle they've introduced since auto has become a thing. And, dude, this was, not even... these used to be a pain in the ass, right? Like, the LR Kid Gohan one and stuff like that was just like, alright, let's knock this out. But, now that there's auto, dude, it's just not... It's not a problem at all. I'm glad that this Tien gets more representation, and LR for Tien is definitely dope. I think that he is decent, but, I must confess, the Saiyan Saga team, I think, needs help. I do wish they'd made this guy a bit better, right? But he's definitely still a fun unit. So, we got him Dokkan Awakened to LR. Let me go ahead and link level him, and then we'll test this boy out at full level 10 links. Alright guys, we are here in an event. Let's go ahead and test out our boy LR Prime Battle Tien. We do have him with full level 10 links and stuff like that. And I don't know. So LR Tien, right? There's a lot to this unit's kit. He actually does so much, right? There's quite a bit I want to talk about before we actually jump in. So, one big thing he does is he does lower attack on his 12-key super attack effect. But here we go. He doesn't raise defense on either of his super attack effects. I think that's what's going to help hurt this character just dramatically, right? If this guy was getting defense on his both super attack effects, just 30% defense, he becomes infinitely better and potentially could maybe, help out in a spot start, maybe in a red zone stage or something like that. But he's just not getting defense from his super attack effects. You can't release characters these days. You can't release characters these days without giving them defense in their super attack effect. You can't do it. It's an immediate death sentence, right? The second they don't have defense on their super attack effect, they are screwed. They are hugely underpowered at that point because bosses these days just hit too hard. Many instances, a million defense will not cut it, right? These characters, even free-to-play LRs, free-to-play TURs, right? Sub-EZAs can get higher defensive levels, man. Right? What really separates the best units in the game right now is the ability to take hits from these million damage super attack bosses, right? So that's huge. Very unfortunate. Now, this guy has an insane, novel here. So, he gets 3 keys for 10 turns from the start of turn, which we could see activated. That's good. Look at his key. We're at 21 right here at the start. Then he gets another 3 key for 10 turns if there's an extreme class enemy. I don't even know why is there even a turn restriction there. It doesn't make sense. It's pointless, right? It's just like a shaft just because he's free to play. So Tien is getting 6 key at the start of turn if we're fighting an extreme class enemy. That's pretty good, right? These days, these really good characters, too, are just feeding themselves key, right? Good characters typically look like what Tien is right here, where the turn starts at 21 key, right? Tien, now, this is where it gets very difficult to tell exactly, just off the top of your head and stuff like that, how hard this guy's going to hit, what his defensive levels are going to be and shit like that, because he's getting these flat buffs. He gets 103,000 attack and defense at the start of turn. And then he gets 10,300 attack and defense with each attack performed, up to another 103,000. He launches a guaranteed additional super when HP is 80% or more. He has a guaranteed additional attack when HP is 50% or more. He has a 30% chance to crit on his 18 key, 70% chance to crit if HP is 50% or less when doing his 18 key, and then he gets an additional 10 key when HP is 30% or less. Just looking at this character, no matter what, there's just not enough defense. Were they scared to give him defense on his super attack effects? Because it's he supers, then he does a guaranteed super, then he normals, and then at that point, your chance to get the hidden potential system additional is, really good. So then he triple supers, but, look at his stats. Like, you know, he doesn't then become the god of the game. Very bizarre. Now, then we do have to discuss this. Tien's link set, of course, is going to be a major issue. Now, I do want to point out that, remember, this is an Earthling character, right? So, like, he's on Worthy Rivals, Final Trump Card, Earthling, Bond of Friendship, and Saiyan Saga. He's on teams that could use help, right? Especially Earthlings. He's definitely going to be one of the better units on the Earthling category, but I would just... This is the type of character, you know, Saiyan Saga and Earthling, where it's like, this guy being the best free-to-play LR in the game would have been really, like, well needed. It would have been a good thing if this was the best free-to-play character in the game. I think it would have been strong, right? Because we're talking about teams that desperately need the help, right? So I guess let's just jump in. Oh, we'll talk about his links and then we'll jump in. So his links, he has... What is this first one? What is this? This is... Crane School? Okay, that's why I don't recognize it. Crane School. Yeah, great link. He has Crane School. I believe this is Dodon Ray. This is... Yeah, Dodon Ray. that's what this is. Or no, is this... Yeah, what one? Because his link set, it's in a different... Okay, so the first one, this is Crane School right here. This is Telepathy. That's what this is? 2 key and a 5% chance to crit. Okay, I was getting that mixed up with Telekinesis. The link that lowers enemy defense, like the worst link in... Like, that's all it does. Lowers enemy defense. That's like the worst link in the game. Okay, this is Telepathy. Okay. So he has Crane School, Telepathy. I think that's solid support. Then he has Shocking Speed, Z Fighters, Shattering Limit, and Legendary Power. Not ideal, right? Let's take a look at the characters that Tien links up very well with, right? So we have Tien and Chaozu, who are bringing 6 links. We'll have nearly everything activated as good. This Krillin is a years-old free-to-play unit. He's dead. LR Kaioken Goku, that's pretty good, right? Because he's got Shattering Limit, Legendary Power, Z Fighters, Shocking Speed. That could help. But you just look at a lot of these other characters, man. I don't know. I mean, Goku and Piccolo, sure, on the Saiyan Saga team. I guess that could be good, but this is the type of character, when you're rocking links like this is the type of character that would really benefit from some sort of... I mean, if they just added, like... So he gets 3 key for 10 turns from the start of turn and 3 key for 10 turns when there's an extreme class enemy. I think if they just turn that into 6 key for 10 turns from the start of turn, get rid of that extreme class restriction on the second 3 key, and then instead, maybe he gives 3 key to all allies if there's an extreme class enemy or something like that. Because it's like when you're rocking a link set like this that oftentimes is a little iffy, it's like you really need like an extra incentive to run them, which I would feel like a little bit of support would do good. Okay, so I did a huge amount of blabbering away. My bad. But you know, well, I gotta give you guys a proper evaluation of the character. All right, let's see. So we got 7 out of 7 because the one link we don't have activated with Tien and Chaozu is, I believe, solid support. So this is a beautiful opening rotation for Tien. All right, this is him cooking. By the way, I took us to the Pan team rather than Raditz's team. Pan's team definitely has more options that we could sort of make LR Tien look sexy with than the Raditz team, which is also this might be shocking to some of you guys. It's pretty hard to find Raditz friends on the friend list. I know that might seem surprising to you guys, but it is true. Raditz is not a common site on the friends list. Neither is Pan, but Pan shows up a little bit more frequently than Raditz. 5.33 right there. I mean, that's not bad, considering he's not built up at all. He gets a guaranteed normal, and then he's going to have a guaranteed additional super as well. And then now that's going to activate our hidden potential system additional. Surely, right? We're going to get one more. His animations look really good, by the way, and we get the super. So, like, that was good, right? Like, this is where, if he simply just gave himself 30% defense on every super attack, it's a completely different ball game, because we're talking about a character that can, you know, be breaking like 500k defense and stuff like that, which is super important. I mean, again, it might seem shocking to you guys, but I think I would like it better if a character does not just instantly get eviscerated anytime you go into an actual test, right? Because the way Dokkan is set up, too, with all these categories, right? You have all these different types of events. Battlefield, EZA, Super Battle Road, Red Zone, Dokkan events, Infinite Dragon Ball History, right? You have all this different type of stuff. They could make a character like Tien way better, right? And it doesn't unbalance things. It's not, like, we're not running worthy rivals, and it's like, oh shit, dude. Dog, I'm gonna take off LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta off the team, and we're sliding on LR Tien. Like, that's not gonna happen, probably, right? So it's like, they could afford to make these units just a little bit better, especially a character like this Tien, who's, again, on these subpar teams that really could use help. Okay, so we're gonna have 6 out of 7 activated right here. So now he's up to 212. So his defense really did not go up that much. I mean, we did 4 attacks. How many attacks does he have to do? Is it 10? I think he has to do 10 attacks. To fully build up. 212. Like, it's just, I feel like these, like, flat passive buffs are not doing well for him. Alright, let's keep going. Now, keep in mind, too, that this is kind of a wanked situation. I mean, this might be surprising to you guys. You're probably not going to be running LRTN and Chaozu anywhere, ever. This is a free-to-play unit from 5... I remember this unit first came out when JP had a huge issue with the World Tournament, and the World Tournament was canceled, like, 5 hours into it. Like, the World Tournament was on for, like... I'm sure a lot of you guys weren't around back then. At the end of 2017... the World Tournament started on JP, was up for like 5 or 6 hours, and then it was canceled. And then, because there was some error or glitch, I'd literally have to go back and like watch one of my old videos to remember what happened, but, and then it, happened like next week. That was when this guy came out. This was the end of 2017, so just literally a million years ago. You're not using this character, right? Alright, let's see what we get from Tien. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do probably 3 runs. I want to make sure we fully build up our boy Tien right here. Then I want to do a run, Pan's team, Raditz' team, whatever team I could find that we could run this guy. He's not on many teams that commonly get run right now. We'll do a run with no LR Tien and Chaozu and sort of see how he's going to fare at that point. And then I also, he does have an active skill, which I think is actually pretty strong. It's like, it's almost like this guy's design, like they're sort of putting it around his active skill, sort of, is what it seems like. Alright, so Tien is going to be fully built up on this next turn. So let's get LRB Pan over there. Let's see if we can wank Tien a little bit, just see if we can get some, really crazy damage with the active skill and stuff like that. Again, I'm trying to make him look good here, but it's just like this character, right? This design, this kit for LRTN, it's like if this was on like some, Saiyan character, like you could find yourself running this guy a lot more, but because it's on an Earthling with, just links that are beyond dead. Crane School and Telepathy, like that, dude. Like, I really want them to release a Dokkan Fest of every World Tournament winner in Dragon Ball, right? So, like, Jackie Chun gets a Dokkan Fest Tien, then, of course, Goku from that World Tournament, right? And it's like, man, like, are they really, like, if they would do that, are they really going to sell them that bad? Like, all right, let's, he's got Crane School and Telepathy and, like, World Tournament Champion or something. It's going to be just brutal. Okay, so I think... Because, okay. I'm actually curious here. So, how many attacks exactly does Tien need in order to fully build up? Yeah, it is 10 attacks. But, see, this is the problem. We've done, what, 8 attacks? I believe we've done 8 attacks. We did 4 attacks the first 2 turns. This is Tien with 8 of the 10 attacks he needs to fully build up his passive. So, they're giving us a character that, like, with 50% support and, like, his best linking partner is, like, under 300k defense. Like, it's just unacceptable. If he was giving himself, I think you could 18 key super, he gives himself 50% attack and defense, right? And then 12 key super, he gets 30% defense. all of a sudden, it's just a much more successful character. That's all it takes. I will repeat myself over and over. Make sure you guys get this through your heads. They can't drop characters and then not give them defense from their super attack effects. You can't do it. Can't do it. Cannot do it. It does not work when these characters don't have those buffs, man. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just does not. All right, so let's do this turn. After 2 attacks, Tien will be fully built up. So he's gonna do his 18 key. He's gonna do the normal, and then that 12 key super he'll be fully built up for. All right, so I guess let's see what he's gonna do. Again, we'll do a run with no Tien and Chaozu around, and then we'll also I do want to get his active skill too. Tien's active skill is one of the best, like, or maybe it is the best animation in the game. Like, I feel like, dude, they put like care into his animation. This is a free-to-play character. I really feel like they put effort into his animations, man. A lot of people agreed, right? His animations look outstanding. They put huge effort into the animations, but I wish they would have put as much effort into his kit as they did for his animations, which unfortunately I don't think they put as much into. Alright, so let's get this active skill turn with B-Pan. I think we'll then do another turn with Chi-Lai as well, all 7 links activated. And then we'll get the active skill and see what he's like without Tien and Chaozu. Alright guys, let's go ahead and pop this. We'll pop B-Pan's active skill, so this will give Tien a huge attack buff, right? Okay, so at 274 fully built up, that's just not good enough. That's just... when I say not good enough, what I mean is unrunnable. Right, like, yeah, we could use him in, like, Earthling Super Battle Road or something. Sure, dude, I guess. Oh, one other thing, it's not the biggest deal ever, I guess, but one other thing that Tien does do is he does lower 5%, like, you lose 5% HP on his 18 key. It's not the biggest deal ever, but if you're using that and you have, like, LR Kaioken Goku, all of a sudden you're losing a lot of HP per turn, right? I mean... 6.23 right there. Okay. I mean, I'll take that because then he gets a guaranteed additional normal, and then we're going to get the guaranteed additional super. So it's like, you know, his damage here is fine. 3.62 right there. Okay. I mean, again, he could do some damage, but I mean, you know, so can everyone in the world. Every unit that comes out could do damage, right? Like, yeah. Oh my god, he did damage, dude. Let's give him a medal. He gets a special trophy because he could do good damage. No, man. They gotta be... Like, you go into any reasonably difficult boss, and their normals are gonna be tearing Tien in half, dude. Normal attacks are gonna be too much for Tien to handle. I'm just not a fan of that. This type of design where... Uh-oh, yeah, better make... Like... It's like, dude, we might as well just give Tien full dodge in the potential system, right? Like, let's give him full dodge, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too negative, but they gave this boy the incredible animations and then just no incentive to actually use him, right? Okay. All right, man. Let's get through this turn. We'll get this... Okay, so next turn, we're going to be fully built up. Right, we have all 7 links activated. We have support. So Chi-Lai is activating his link and giving him the support. Right, here we're up to 297. We didn't even get to... We're not even above. Oh, no, what did they do to you? No. Oh, he should be cooking. And he is not. Oh, all right, let's let this turn play out, man. God damn, not even 300k is too much to ask for. Alright. Yeah, let's see what he gets right here, and then I'll go reset for a half hour till I find another Pan or Raditz, and we'll hop in. 6 million right there. Okay, again, this is with all 7 links activated. He's fully built up. He's getting support. So like this is it. Like this is what his peaks look like right here. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit more. They were close. At the very least, we could say they gave him the affection and care of giving him, like, a baller set of animations, right? So we could definitely walk away with that. You know, that's very positive. Alright, guys, so we're on Pan's team again. And then this time we have no LR Tien and Chaozu. I brought the 2 Saiyan Saga Gokus, though. Because they at least will have a couple of different links. So we're at 200k defense right here at the start. I mean, to be fair, this is... What are we at right here? This is, 89% support, because Chi-Lai, I believe, gives 39%. Yeah, 39% defense and 39% attack and 3 key. Yep. Okay. So we have 89% support right here for LR Tien, and we have 2 links activated, Shattering Limit and Solid Support. And he gets up to 4.35. I mean, we are overloaded with support. I mean, I guess that's decent, right? Because he does get a huge amount of power, right, from having, like, Z Fighters active and Crane School and stuff like that. But I guess it's not, like, it's not necessary to jump in with LR Tien and Chaozu to have him look super good, I suppose, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe we could just do, like, version Z Goku and then, like, Chi-Lai or something like that. And, you know, Tien would be able to get some decent stats as well. So, all right, let's get this next turn. I just wanted to, you know, get a run in here where we weren't rocking LR Tien and Chaozu. And then after this, let's get his active skill. We have to get his active skill in the video. So we could do Tien's active skill if our HP is 50% or less, starting from the 4th turn. And it might be my favorite single animation in the game. It is incredible. Just an amazing animation, right, with Tien and Chaozu. So we'll go ahead and do that next. His active skill is pretty good because it does also give Tien 30% defense for 1 turn. So he's getting defense from it as well. All right, so this is a pretty good turn right here. We are, you know, we've only done, what, like 1 attack, though? But we have several links activated. So, all right, let's see what damage and stuff Tien gets on this turn right here. With version Z Goku and Chi-Lai. So we do have 4 links activated. His other 3 are going to be, you know, nigh impossible to get activated. Well, at least 2, Telepathy and Crane School. Right? You're not going to see a lot of those get activated. I guess it's like Crane School gives the buff, but Telepathy is just 2 key and 5% chance to crit, right? Like, there's certainly better links than that. All right, and Tien is at 5.33. Okay. Decent. I mean, he's still, it's around the same level of performance we saw before, right? So, okay. There's Tien. Now, let's just go ahead and get this active skill. Alright, so here we are. We have Tien's active skill. This took me a while to get, man. Sometimes some of these conditions, man, you get bad luck and it takes forever. So, we could do this active skill starting from the 4th turn or later, and then our HP under 50%. Right, and we're able to do Tien's Tri-Beam right here. The Chaozu, it's the Chaozu cutscene, my bad. Okay, so his defense at 274. We've done a number of attacks. The big thing about this active skill, right, is that when we do the active skill, he gets 30% defense for 1 turn. So it's like, I think after popping the active skill, his defense is going to look a lot better. But still, you know, it would really be solid if he was able to just get defense from his super attack effects. Just such a small thing that they leave off of a character that can really neutralize them. All right, so let's go ahead and play this Chaozu animation. Again, this is one of the best in the game, right quick. There we go. Now that is fire. All right, so his defense now jumps up to 345, a huge increase defensively for Tien after popping that. Let's just go ahead and let the rest of this turn play out. Let's go ahead and see. I will just do this just to make sure. Let's see what the damage and stuff like that Tien gets on this rotation. But there we go. There is LR Tien, right? He has some absolutely incredible fire animations. But in terms of his kit, it's just leaving I know it seems like such a small thing, but if he was just getting 30% defense with every super attack he did, then these turns where he's doing 3 supers, 2 supers, defensively, he'd be able to hold up much better in difficult content, right? Which does matter. And just because a unit's free to play doesn't mean they have to suck balls or they can't be helpful, right? Dokkan has a system where we just have so many, like, categories, right? What is there, 87 categories currently, right? Like, you can make powerful free-to-play options for some of these categories. It would not be a big deal whatsoever. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Kaioken Goku's active skill as well. This is not a common one I get, so we'll play this, and then we'll take a look at Tien's info. Alright, this is the last Tri-Beam, Tien. His leader skill is the Saiyan Saga category, key 3 and 130% of stats. His 12-key super attack is the Destructive Spinning Crane Strike, which does colossal damage to the enemy and then lowers attack. And his 18-key super is the Tri-Beam, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then sacrificing 5% HP. So I talked about it at length throughout the video. The main problem for this character is just lack of defense on super attack effects. It makes a significant difference, right? Like, the 7th anniversary LRs would, like, borderline suck if they didn't increase defense on their super attacks at all. Like, they would be, like, not nearly the gods that they are, right? But they're getting these huge, monstrous defensive buffs on their supers, and then they have guaranteed additionals, right? And then on top of that, you add in their abilities to, like, you know, do counters and dodges and, you know, the attack nullification, like the breaking action. And it's like all of a sudden they could be defensive forces, right? You gotta get defense on these units' super attack effects. You have to these days. You have to. Tien's passive is a Battle of Pure Vigor. So he gets 3 ki for 10 turns from the start of turn. He gets another 3 ki for 10 turns from the start of turn if there's an extreme class enemy. Then he gets 103,000 attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets an additional 10,300 attack and defense with each attack performed, up to a maximum of 10,300, so he has to do 10 attacks to fully build up. He launches a guaranteed additional super when HP is 80% or more. He launches a guaranteed additional normal when HP is 50% or more. He has a 30% chance to crit on his 18-key super, and then he gets a 70% chance to crit on his 18-key super if HP is 50% or less. And then finally, he gets an additional 10 ki when HP is 30% or less, right? So it's like he's doing a lot, but man, would it just, you know, I talked about it. The secret to this guy being a lot better is just defense and the super attack effects, right? He has an active skill, Goodbye Mr. Tien, which does ultimate damage to the enemy and gives Tien 10 ki and 30% defense for the turn. The defense is really, really strong. And you could use this when HP is under 50%, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. His link set is Z Fighters, Crane School, Solid Support, Telepathy, Shocking Speed, Shattering Limit, and Legendary Power. His 12-key multiplier is 140%. And then Tien is on a few categories that could really use the help, right? So Tien, of course, is on the Saiyan Saga category team, which just, man, they really got to figure out a way to get more on here. This arc is so good. It really does deserve stronger characters. Then Tien is also over here on the Worthy Rival category team as well. Then he's also over here on the Earthling category team, which needs as much help as it could possibly get. Then Tien is over here on the Bond of Friendship category right here. And then finally, he is on the Final Trump Card category. So, let me know what you guys think about everything about this LR Tien right here. I do think he could be quite a bit better, right, if he just simply got that defense on super attack, because he has all the, you know, built-in additionals, and it would just be very, very helpful for this guy. Let me know what you think of him. At least his animations are great. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.